that's clearly too much. Alright, welcome back. This is Mod the Mind. My name is Neil, and we are making the boat shiny. Not quite as shiny as what we were looking at just a minute ago, but just to recap, this is how a boat comes out. It's got a little bit of shine and shimmer. As you can see, we're going to go through these. This is full reflection. So it's in the metallic layer. There's technically two things happening. One, how metallic it looks, and the other is how shiny it looks, or how reflective it is, rather. So this is super reflective. Next one here takes it down a notch. Notice how even the colors look different with the different levels of shine or reflectivity. All right, even less so. And I think this next one, this would be like basically a matte finish. If you look at it, there is no reflection. The blue looks pretty cool though, but there is no reflection coming off this thing at all now. Which, if that's the look you're going for, I'll show you how to do it. What I am going for here right now is more like this. I want part of the boat, see that blue stripe? I want that to have some good reflectivity, and the brightest parts of this I want to have a lot. So that's what I want to do. I want to have parts of it with a lot of reflectivity and parts of it without. Just a note, the white, in fact, here's another shot with a different color front, which I kind of like. But notice how this chrome, so that looks chrome. It's actually just white. But when you have it at full reflection, that's how it will look. So, well, let's get into it. Okay, so these metallic layers or reflection layers are actually in the channels. So I've clicked on channels right here. The red channel is what controls how reflective something is, and technically the alpha channel, from what I hear, controls how metallic something looks. The way I've been doing this, it basically comes out the same no matter what. But technically speaking, what we're doing is only changing red. So I'm going to hide green. Now everything is only in the red and blue. I'm going to hide blue. And now only thing we can see is red. Does that make sense? So sometimes you might find that you've changed a color of something and it's not, it doesn't come out right. And it might be because you've only selected a certain channel as you were messing around with other stuff. Let me show you exactly what I mean. They're all highlighted, but if I go to just red and then I go select a bucket fill and let's do a color like this green here, okay? And now I'm still, notice red's the only color selected. Layers, I'm going to go to the bottom so I can paint the bottom of the boat here. And I'm on green, and presto, there. That doesn't look right at all, does it? It's because I've only painted the red layer. If I have everything highlighted and continue, I'm just going to click green here now. That made everything there green. So if you ever see that, that's what's happening there. Control Z, undo, undo. We're back to normal. Okay, what I usually do on these, in fact, let me load one up real quick. Okay, all right, so I've loaded up a couple of the MET files. Okay, if you look at this, it looks weird. It looks all blue. If I close out everything but the red, we can see that basically I have made this a fairly dark red. So that should be pretty reflective. Okay, this other one, let's look at this one. That's with all the colors visible, but if I make it to where we can only see red, this is almost all black. We've got some shinier red. So the shinier red is going to be more reflective, okay? Okay, let's get into making one of these. I just use the grayscale basically. And you sort of have to pick, okay, first off, make sure we got everything highlighted here. Okay, you kind of make everything black, white, or some version of gray. That's the goal. But anything that you have here will make a reflective, it will change the reflectivity of it. So the seams and the screws, I want those gone, actually. I do not want those on. Hatches and seams, gone. Skid pad lines, gone. Dark front skid pads, gone. Boat parts, modern boat parts, there went those, okay? All of these, I'm going to go ahead and get rid of those. So anytime I get rid of something, I'm going to get rid of these, right? They will take whatever is behind them. So if I wanted them to be super flat, what I would do is actually basically paint them black. Let's go ahead and do that with the SNHL. Okay, so I've selected SNHL. I now am on my move arrow and I'm going to right click on it. I'm going to go edit. Nope, I'm going to go down here. I'm going to go right click and go colors, colorize. And I'm going to basically make this super dark. Yeah, that'll do. Okay. This one here, I'm not going to change. And the HydroSim one, I'm going to, actually, I'll leave the HydroSim one. I'll get rid of that one. Okay. That is going to come out chrome. That's going to come out nice and flat. And that one's going to come out looking a little different than both those. All right, we're going to get rid of the angle indicators. I'm going to leave those because they're just dark. So that will make them not reflective compared to everything else around them. No worries. No step. I might as well leave those, I suppose. Okay, these. I'm going to show you something about these. There's of how chrome they can be. If I leave that white part white, that is going to just look chrome and it's too much. So let me show you a couple things here. This is our colorize tool. By the way, actually the toolbar is here, right? I now have every tool here available instead of just that kind of drop down menu. The way I did that was under edit and preferences. And all you have to do is go to toolbox. There's lots of stuff to look around at here. Toolbox, and it's this here, use tool groups. See that? Now I have to click and drag and figure out what I have or uncheck it and I have all things there. Just so you know also, icon theme, you can change the size of the icons right there. Look at that. Okay, I'm gonna go with medium. All right, this tool is the color select tool. Basically, it will select everything there and match it. Let's check it out. Okay, is this one? Nope, where am I? This one? Found it. Okay, so color select tool. If I select the white, it selects most of the white. If you notice there's some gaps down in this area where it didn't select it. So if I click the white and start just moving my mouse down, if you notice way on the side, the threshold number keeps going up. It's up around 19 now. We're looking right here at this little thing here. So I click it and I'm going to drag, and pretty soon it's going to start filling in more and more and more white. Wow, I need even more than that. I just hit Control and the wheel to zoom out. I want to get all that is white or gray out of this thing. Done. I'm going to want those to be a fairly, is this 50%? Yeah, that's a 50% gray. I've been messing around with these, so it saved some of the colors there. 50% gives it some shine. I'm going to go bucket fill. I need to be in the whole selection. If I'm in whole selection, it will fill everything here. How many times have I done that? Control Z. Switch those and click. So now all the white has become gray. I'm also going to undo that again because I want to show you the fill whole selection versus fill similar colors. If I'm on similar colors, it only gets what it is touching to the next similar color. Notice it didn't get down here, it didn't get up there. So if you want it to get everything, you have to go in the whole selection. I could even get this little pixel right there, and it's going to get all that I have selected. Okay, next color is the red, and I want quite a bit of it. That's too much. Let's get a little bit. There we go. Okay, there's our color red. I want the red to be pretty shiny. So I'm going to go with 75%. So that's 75% of the color. If you look at this, it's like this is 0, that's 75%, and 100% would be full white. I like that, so I'm going to bucket fill that. I'm going to grab the blue out of it as well. Color selector, grab the blue. Looks like that got pretty good amount. That might have got too much. I don't care. It'll look pretty good. Whoa, that was too much. All right. Let's just take it easy. There we go. Okay, that is going to come out pretty good. That one I'm going to leave just like that so we can compare. So the right side is the one that I did. The left side is going to be different for sure. I'm going to want to color the text. All right, so let's grab a text tool, highlight it, change its color, 50%. Yep, done. All right, what else we got? That's it. We're down at the bottom. Okay. This is a white bottom boat. I want that to not be reflective. If I have that very reflective, it'll be chrome, and I don't want it reflective at all. So all I have to do is bucket, select. It's my favorite tool because it just colors everything. And I want to go really dark. So this is that 14. I don't know what just landed on that at some point. I could go full black. I think I'll stick with this 14. I'll say okay, and now I need to be on similar colors because now watch, I'm on whole base color and I'm on whole selection, except I have a selection here every time I tell you. So if you're clicking on something and it's not doing it, you probably have a selection like that right there, still active. Go to select, none. There we go. Okay, now I have my dark color, blah, blah, blah. Boom, it made everything dark. I'm going to Control Z and show you that it needs to be on similar colors because everything that's white here I want to be dark. So it only selected the same color to do that. All right, everything here is going to be in the grayscale, okay? This blue, that blue stripe right there, I think is going to look really good, very, very reflective. It is on a stripes layer. So there's that one right there, okay? I'm going to want that to be almost pure white. That's 85. Let's just go right up to 90. I'm going to color that or select that 90, tab. Okay, this is going to be pretty bright. I'm on similar colors, I'm on the bucket, and I'm on the stripes, and right there, click, done, okay? Since I have that color selected, I'll go to the other stripes. It's highlighted. Click in there, and I want the back of the boat. Back of the boat was on the whole base color. Those dogs. There we go. The back of the boat is now done. The wings. There we go. So I got all things like that of that color taken care of. This other color, I almost don't want to see it at all. This, as far as reflective, right? In fact, let me hide the bubbles real quick. This will be 14. Very, very dark. This is the back of a sponson, and that's on the back of the boat, basically. Okay, done and done. All right. That's most of it. So the bubbles. Okay, the bubbles can be pretty much left alone because this blue is a dark enough color, but I'll show you again this whole color select thing. If I leave everything white, the white is going to look chrome, all right? And that's going to be what I want. This dark color here, if I select it with my color selector, I'm on bubbles. No, I'm not. See, I got to get on the right layer. I tell you. All right, it is selected everything of it that is that dark blue. I could make it select just a tiny bit more just to be sure. And I'm going to want that. Yeah, that's pretty much down in this very, well, let's give it some reflection actually. That would be cool. 50, 75. Yeah, let's actually do that. That's going to look pretty cool. Bucket fill, 75, selection. There we go. Boom. Okay, we're going to select more colors. And I'm going to make that all 75. Sorry. Boom. All right, and a little bit more. Thought I was getting that. Maybe that's got it. There we go. All right, so that's going to be pretty darn reflective. Definitely. So the blues are going to be really shiny, and the white is going to be basically chrome looking. That's cool. Select, none. All right. Okay, so now we're on to the Pepsi logo. Here's what I want to show on the Pepsi logo. If I leave this as is, that white is going to be way too chrome-like. I don't want that to be chrome-like. We're going to select the color. I'm going to select the white, and I'm going to drag down because I want to get every bit of the white. Okay, and I'm going to want that to be, I don't know why I switched that, 50. Let's go 50, right? Okay, 50%, bucket fill, boom. We're going to grab the blue next, and the blue I want to be very reflective. About right there. How about this 90? I don't know, that's a little much. 85. No, let's go 90. Let's just make it reflective. Boom. And we'll grab this here. And also very reflective. Okay. I'm not going to worry too much about the red outline. It's not the greatest, but it's also not too big a deal. I'm going to leave the other side just as is so we can compare on the boat. That is the left sponson, and this is the right side of the boat, so we'll have different things to compare to. Okay, now what I want to do is go back to channels, and I want to show this in the red only. Okay, I'm going to select none because it's going to catch me sometime. Okay, that is what we're looking at. That's what it is seeing. So this is going to be very dark or not reflective. This blacked out Pepsi. This one's going to be very reflective with the white not being so reflective. And on this one, all of that white and red, notice they're the same color. Remember, they were white and red, but in the red scale, they're the same color. Full white, full red are the same. Okay, so this is what we're going to go with. And we're going to see how that looks. All right, so I can leave it all like that. All right, so what we're going to do is export. Remember exporting, don't you? Good times. All right, here we go. All of it's going to be the same except for the last step, but here we go. Starts with channels, alpha, grab it, bring it up to layers, back down to the top of the list, okay? Head on over to image, flatten image. Everything just got flattened into that image right there. Layer, mask, add layer mask, add, boom. We've added the alpha channel, file, export as. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go find the boat. I'm gonna put this in 0. Okay, there's hull. That's what we've done already. This is going to be called hull underscore met.dds. That's what it'll be called no matter what the boat is when you're exporting it. You can save that file as whatever you want to do, which we need to go save that file as something different, but the underscore is the same as the dash, so same key, just have to hit shift to do that. So hull underscore met.dds, I'm going to hit export. Here's the one difference between exporting a paint file, basically the actual paint look, or the metallic layer is one little thing right here. Compression, we go to NM. So we only use this one and this one. DXT5 was for the paint. NM is for the metallic layer. We have to generate bitmaps, go to advanced, go to default, the filter, and go to box. Okay, and it's there. Let's go check it out. This is the standard look, and here is what we just made. Forgot about that. The white sides are all chrome. The blue chrome looks pretty good. That is shiny, shiny. I like that. That I don't like. This is what I was talking about that white. We left the Pepsi logo full white right there, and so it's very chrome-like. Where if we go to the other side, the Pepsi logo sort of appears as it should which is kind of interesting amongst that chrome. That is kind of cool, actually. Maybe we just need to leave it. The bubbles up front, we've got some reflectivity there. We've got that reflective. So that's the basics. All right, let's keep messing. We're back in here, and always hit Control-Z 3 times. See, notice up here we've got the whole base color, okay? I'm gonna hit Control-Z once. That goes away, so that gets rid of the alpha. Then it brings out the full stack of layers, and then we're gonna get rid of the alpha 1 copy right there. There, so 3 times, hit Control-Z, and here's this. Now, if I was thinking, we would have saved this a while, because this is our primary file. I don't know why I keep doing that. Let's do a save as, and we're just going to call this one Met. Okay. Now I already have one called Met, which I'm going to keep. I'm going to call this one Met1. Boom. That is now saved. Okay. So the chrome. Notice this, all this white on the stripes. That's where we got that chrome look, which I'm not going to keep. Not going to keep. Okay, that's this side. I want it to be toned down a bit. We're going to go to the colors and 50%. 75% is kind of bright still. Now let's mute it quite a bit. Let's mute it a lot. 25. Okay, bucket fill, boom. Did I do whole selection? I did. Control-Z. I need to be on similar colors and just get just that white, just like that. I'm gonna get the other stripes and do the same. So this though, we like that, right? That looked cool. So what we'll do is we're gonna just keep that exactly as it is, and I'm gonna just change this. So now I need to be back on this side. I'm gonna go colors, I'm gonna grab the white. Nope, not the stripes. I need the Pepsi logo. That one. Select none, something selected. There we go. Select the color, grab the white, grab a little bit more of the white. That'll work. And we're gonna tone it down a bit. Let's go right to the 50. Yeah. Okay. But I want that red, I want that to be shinier. I do. All right, so in fact, I want that to be shinier too. I like the way that one looked. I don't know what it's doing, but I'm just gonna keep it. This one here though, now I need the red, and I want the red, is that a little bit more of it? I want the red to be pretty shiny. So I'm gonna go with that 90%, boom. And I also want this blue to be like that. Now, as I select it, it's gonna select all of the blue. I'm only gonna wanna change that. So that's where I go to similar colors. Okay, boom, there we go. If I was on whole selection, it would have changed all that. Let's export it, see how that looks with that little change. Channels, alpha, layer. Go to the top and drop it. And image, flatten, layer, mask, add layer mask, add, file, export. And this is going exactly the same place, so I can go right here, export to whole. Nothing changes. Now, if you're doing something and you're going between the paint and the Met file, you need to not do that, because you have to go back and change that from the NM to the regular 5, that last piece of the whole thing. You got to do that again. So let's go check it out. Okay, this is the regular one again, and here's what we just did. All right, I toned down the white, so the white is not reflective now. It's almost too boring, but I like all these. I like the way that's looking. Man, I almost like that better. I don't know, they're pretty cool. Got the shimmer out of that. Yeah, that's a good color. So that's the basics of this reflectivity, the metallic layer. It's just when you export it, you just have to use the NM, not just the regular 5. And I mean, that's pretty much it. You can just, like I say, just make the whole thing one color if that's what you want to do. If you're going to do that, I would suggest about 50%. This here was the 100% or full, like I painted it white, basically, or full red, if you think of it that way. This was fairly reflective. I think that was about a 75%, and this here was 50. So 50 might not even be enough, because you kind of want some, right? You want some shimmer like that. I don't know. So that just, notice how there's no separation between the colors. Everything that is put on here, if you do it that way, everything that's put on there will just have the same level of reflectiveness to it. And then I think it was this one. Yeah, this one I changed the color up front to a little bit brighter blue, which I kind of like. So, all right, that's the basics of it. Okay, so I've been getting a few subscribers, and I would like more. When I reach 100, I'll give away that right there. I'll do a random drawing, and someone will get that. Beyond that, that's it. This takes you through the main layers of how to make a boat and give it some metallic look. I know there's probably more questions, but just tinker with it. Just start learning. As you learn, you'll learn other steps as you go. Next, we'll do the cockpit and the cowling, and we'll continue on this boat, get it somewhat finished up. All right, cool. Thanks. Have a good one.